another the next topic for y'all, and I think it's an interesting one because it's definitely being talked about because of the taunting rules and just kind of like the bad play calling. Not the bad officiating in general. So the NFL's officiating this year has been awful. It's been terrible. They're starting to, the NFL officials are starting to affect games now, not just with the taunting calls, but with phantom pass interferences, or they don't like the perfect example is the offensive pass interference that was in the Dallas and Bucks game that they came back the next morning and said, yeah, we missed it. Like it's affecting ball games now, and it's not good. And it's been going on for probably 3 seasons now. What do you have anything to say about that there, JD?
Yes, so I'll start with, I have 2 things to say about it. The first thing I would say about the call, or about refs, the rules, all of the on the field calls. I'll talk about taunting in a second, but all the on the field calls, I would say this: we have too much technology, too many cameras, and too many people involved, too much money on the line for you to get this wrong. And there's too many, like I said, there's too many cameras and too many people involved for you not to be able to do it efficiently. Let me tell you what I would do. I'd say if there's any challenge, add more challenges. Give everyone like 5 challenges a game, because there's a lot of bad calls these days. If there's a challenge on the field, give them literally 30 seconds so you don't waste that much time. Send it to the booth upstairs, have them look at it. That's your decision, and go with it. End of discussion. Because all this on the field question, like where they go and they talk with each other, and you're the one guy with the mic on and stuff, like say, oh, let's just say it's this. It's like, you guys look like a bunch of clowns out there. Like just go to the tape, have like a arbitrary judge just say it's this or this, and then that's it. Okay, then you have like a godlike ref figure. Like, all right, what's he say? All right, call the arbitrating ref. All right, call him. All right, he's done.
And you could keep that ref on site too. No more call. No, you could keep him at the game on site instead of sending it to New York.
Give him like 40. Give him every camera that there is available. Period. And just like one guy. That's it. I don't know why they don't have that. It's so simple to me. It's such a simple explanation. Give him 30 seconds to look at it. Give him he has 30 seconds to make a decision, and then that's it. And all the refs have to just shut up. All this congregating on the field, it makes it look like the game's fixed. It really does. And I know a lot of it's just like you're trying to make it look fair, basically. But by making it look anything, you're making it look, just use the technology. That's all I'm going to say. What do you guys think about the technology first before we go any further before that?
Well, Bobby said he wants robots on the field anyways.
Why not?
My problem.
I said I want robot umpires in baseball.
Oh, just baseball. Okay.
And then you should like the owner, the managers of the team should be able to fight the robot like Rock'em Sock'em robots, and if you beat the robot, you get the call.
Yep.
NFL officiating, let's be honest, has been a joke over the last 4 years. From being overprotective of quarterbacks to taunting calls that is more recently, and just the PI conversation in a whole. The problem is that if you're going to call it fair, then start calling guys on push-offs as pass interference. The amount of times that I see defensive pass interference, but guys like Gronkowski, even the tight end from the Kansas City Chiefs, okay?
Sure.
Travis Kelce.
Happens a lot.
You see the push-offs all the time. You can't expect a corner to cover those guys when they're getting like, oh, he didn't fully extend his arm, but he doesn't need to. If he gets just like half of his elbow covered, he's got an easy catch on the side. I tell people all day, every day, you got to judge the play for what it is. And if both guys are hand fighting, don't make the call. But if you see a guy like a tight end literally boxing out corners, safeties, and shoving them out of the way, make that call too. It's just, you see it all day. They're not making the calls, and it's only when games are on the line that these calls seem to get called and affect games. Look at the Indianapolis first game. They got the first big taunting call of the game, changed the entire outcome of that game. And there's many other examples that I'm not going to bring up, but the officiating has been bad. It's been inconsistent. And last but not least, how many times have they stopped football games to discuss in the middle of the field for 5 minutes what the call should have been?
I kind of like that idea that JD had. You give them a set time. You have 1 minute to make a decision.
That's it.
You have 1 minute. It goes to a. I like that a lot though. It goes to a booth up top where there's refs sitting, waiting for the feed. They get kind of like that like overrule. Like they what they say goes. That's the call.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they relay that down to the field, and that's your call, and it's literally 90 seconds. That's it. Between the challenge flag being thrown, the review, and the relay back down, and the call back on the field, 90 seconds, and you cut out these 10-minute conversations that they, like you were saying, you cut out the 10-minute conversations they have on the field because it slows the game down, and you're already looking at a 3+ hour game as it is.
And it looks shady as hell sometimes. It really does. And then the guy got hot mic'd, and it was shady as hell when he got hot mic'd. It was like, all right, let's just say it was this. It's like, what do you mean you're just going to say it was that? Like, you have all these cameras around. What's wrong with you? But another thing I would say is to add on to Ross's point about the taunting calls. I agree with Ross, Tom Brady, and you, Bobby. That's the stupidest thing. We are grown men. This is football.
Hold on. Can I pause the show for 1 second?
Please.
Can I pause the show for 1 second? Hold on a sec. Hold on. I got to find it. Yes, they do. Fuck the Giants. All right. Now we can resume.
I'm just saying it's football. This is football. All right. I don't care if you're talking about their mama, their wife, their sister. You could say whatever the F you want on the field, man. It's football. Okay. This is the dirtiest, bloodiest, most aggressive sport ever. Now, I do agree that you shouldn't fight. I think there's if you start fighting people, that's a penalty. If any unnecessary roughness, but you can verbally say whatever you want. I don't get that at all. You can't taunt people. Are you kidding me? What is this? What are we, a bunch of kids? I get that when you're kids, but
you know what started this taunting rule thing, right? You know what started this? When homeboy gave the peace sign to the Chiefs receiver in the Super Bowl for being an idiot. Because that's what that's funny. The guy that gave the dude that got the peace sign thrown in his face for being an idiot probably was all butthurt and went and then they complained about it.
And that's just these are storylines. Whoa. Yeah. Anyway, these are storylines, man. These are storylines and shit, and it is just there's no excuse for trying to make this game any less fun. You know what I mean? Whenever they try to say,
I'm here for taunting, dude. I'm here for all of it. I'm here for all.
I want to know what they're saying. I want to know all of it, dude. It's like a reality TV show for grown men. So if you're taking away the fun of it, you guys can't talk to each other. Are you kidding me?
I want to hear the hot mic conversation between the trash talking. I want to hear that. I'm here for that.
Yeah, half of the fun of have you ever watched I don't want to get too off topic, but the MMA, they have all those TV shows, reality shows about the MMA. Half of the fun is them talking crap to each other and then beating the tar out of each other. So that's kind of, I don't know, you can't take that away.
Yeah.
So anyway,
well, they're taking the passion out of the game, which irritates the hell out of me. And then they're taking, and not only that, they're using that as a weapon. I'm not going to say completely that they're purposely affecting games, but the end result is that they're affecting football games. No joke. No joke at all.
Sorry, I was muted.
It's
Yes,
gotten,
exactly.
you know what they really need, and this goes for MLB, NBA, NFL, all these professional, any of these leagues, any professional sports league. The referees for these leagues need a specific union, because that'll put them. That means that that is all they do for a profession. Because a lot of these referees, that's not their real job. You know what I mean? That's not their job. They do that on the side. They need to make it a paid profession. Train these guys specifically. This is what a PI is. This is offensive PI. This is defensive PI. This is offensive holding. You can do this on offense without calling an offensive holding. You can do this on defense without calling a defensive holding. And you need to just run them through the ringer and train them. But the whole reason the NFL won't do that is because it's money. That's going to cost them millions.
Which is stupid because they make billions every year. So make the game fair.
There's a lot of things about the NFL that boggle my mind, and one of the biggest things is when you see taunting, and let's be honest, it's generally guys just getting excited. It rarely ever gets to a point where guys are in each other's faces, causing fights and stuff like that. They use the most severe example of taunting to rule out any sort of celebration. But you can go into the end zone and have your whole team do the rowboat.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I'm sorry.
That's so stupid.
That idiot out of New York who is just, we don't want to see this in football. It's like, no, wait, we want to see this. The fans who buy jerseys, the fans that pay for games, and just drop ludicrous amounts of money during the season. We want to see this. Your old man take is not what the fan base at large wants to see.
Exactly,
we want to see competitive games. We want to see passion. And we want to see players going all out.
And that is, I think,
I'm here. I'm here for the end zone celebrations. Remember the insane end zone celebrations we used to get before they like cut down on that? Give me that. Give me the end zone celebrations, the flips into the end zone, the like taunting. Give me all that back.
The river dance.
I want all of that back.
No, I agree. Doing the, what do you call it? Heart compressions or whatever to the
Dude,
ball.
all that. The bowling, the bowling. Give me all those touchdown celebrations, all the taunting, all of it back.
All these like really old people and sensitive people in the media and stuff like that, man, you just need to get a life, because this game is supposed to be fun. Like, I don't know what happened, but like when we were growing up, the game was about having fun and stuff like that. You never crossed the line, but at the same time, you did jump around and have fun with your friends, man. Like that, it's a game. Like, let's not take it too seriously.